I'm Matt Vincent, and we're here at Super Training Headquarters with Marshmelly Bill.
Hey!
And we're gonna continue this gym tour thing that we got going on. And this is one of my favorites around the country. I'll let Mark show us around.
He says it about every place he goes to, I think.
It's true.
All right. All right.
Are you running?
First thing you see is a Peloton, right? Probably weren't expecting a treadmill. Here's our cardio section of the gym.
It is nice.
We got the ski erg, we got this thing, we got that thing, we got some of these rowers. Ooh. This is what happens when you have friends that are rich. So we set up a workout here one day with a bunch of friends, and Jason Kliepa came in and he drove these down from the Bay Area, and these were his in his gym. We got done with the workout for the day because he was really dead set on, for some reason, us using some rowers. And when he left, I was like, oh, you need help, loading those back in your truck? He's like, nah, man, I don't feel like doing that. And he just left them here.
I don't feel like doing it.
I don't know. You can look them up. They're probably $2,500 a piece or something like that.
Which one do you prefer, Concept 2 or these?
I like the Concept 2 a little bit better, personally.
Is there a way to change resistance?
Yeah, there is. There is, and
right.
this is these are pretty powerful though too. So that's good. I don't do a lot of rowing. It's rare.
No, it doesn't match my hips good.
It's rare for me to row. It hurts my back kind of actually, but I do mess with this guy a lot. I use a ski erg a ton. I just try to keep things pretty simple.
Yeah. The running though, running a little bit's been fun.
I've been running a little bit. How about you? How about you? How's your knee?
It doesn't hurt when I run,
right.
So that's a very new thing,
right?
And I'm excited about it. I can't run very far, but I'll run a 5K. I'll go,
nice.
Do a longer ruck or a walk, and man, it's nice because it was just a thing that I had convinced myself that we'll never do.
Right.
We'll never run, and then you're like, oh, okay.
That's what happened. I was walking. I started walking about 7 years ago, and I just felt good enough one day to try to run. And I started running, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. But when I run, I'm not real crazy about having any kind of crazy goal or anything. I just go, and then I just try to walk for a little bit, run for a little bit, and I just mix it up.
I do on the bike, right? Like some days I'm gonna see, okay, how far can I ride in 20 minutes?
Yeah.
I can do it like almost a West Side approach, right. Just have a shit ton of tiny little PRs that at least give me a measurement of progress.
That's a good way of putting it. I kind of conjugate my life.
Yeah, perfect.
Do something a little bit different every day.
Yeah.
Here we got the turf. We do a lot of turf-like things on this. Warm-ups and dragging sleds, weighted sleds, and all that good kind of stuff. We got a big-ass fan up here.
That's the biggest fan we've seen in any gym.
To cool her down. Works really well because it gets to be super hot here in Sacramento. The gym has been open since 2006. One thing that makes this facility different than a lot of others is that it's free. And I say that all the time, and I tell people that it's free, but then they never believe that it's free, but it actually is free. But right now, with the pandemic going on, unfortunately, we can't invite the world here. But as soon as that is done with, then anyone watching this can come here on the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, anytime between 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock. Super Training Gym, 855 Riverside Parkway, Sacramento, California. Come check us out, West Sacramento.
You owe it to yourself. It's a great spot. It's one of my favorite to get to come lift at. It's as much fun as a powerlifting gym can be.
Yeah, we got a little bit of everything. We got some machines in here. I'm probably gonna buy a couple more machines. I love the fact that when you go to use a machine that it's just idiot proof. I don't have to work for a pump. It's like the thing, if I just go hard on that, and it's no warm up either.
Also, your joints don't kill afterwards the same way.
Right.
Man, dumbbells we're just beat up. We're old. Is there any way to steal reps?
8 years ago, the Fat Owl and Smelly, talking about using a machine, we'd be like, no, bro, we ain't doing that.
We've changed our lives. We're fatter, we're less fat and better for it.
We both changed a lot since we've met, And you probably have people, you probably get this sometimes, people are like, oh, you changed, and they say some horrible thing on your YouTube channel or whatever, right?
Man.
But how bad would it be if you were just, what are you going to do? You're still in the Highland Games?
I still now have to make Highland Games content even though I can't compete for 4 years? Fuck.
Right.
I made enough Highland Games content. There's plenty. Go watch it. Right. It still works. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
What else would you like to see in here, huh?
What else we got?
The old back attack.
Yeah, one of the old pieces, old weird sword axe pieces.
It's a little bit of a dinosaur.
Yeah, but they're awesome.
I'll see if I can start her up. See if I can fire.
It's got a crank on the front of it.
Yeah, it is kind of tough to use sometimes because people get in here and
30 minutes later, though, once you get it set.
That's right.
It's really your warm up.
Then it's unstoppable.
Just getting it together.
So yeah, it's just basically a good morning machine. Take this guy here. Oh. And now we're good to go. We're locked in. There we go. Make sure I don't kill your microphone. But yeah, just here like this. Then you come down. Hopefully I don't break my face on camera. This way. Whoop. And then back up. Bam. Flex the glutes. To me, this actually feels like it works your hamstrings a lot better than a glute ham raise, even though it's quite a different exercise. That's the first thing I feel when doing these.
Butt gets all tuned up. You add a hip circle to it?
You can. Yeah, you can add whatever you want. Add some different resistance, but yeah, it's a great piece.
What's the longest walk you've done with a hip circle on?
Oh, I walked about 3 miles and it felt like I had like surgery on my hips or something the next day. It was pretty bad. That was a little excessive.
3 miles is too much.
Yeah, and there's a lot of hills and stuff.
Oh, brutal.
So obviously we got some squat racks. This is something we've been working on. We're always working on different concepts and ideas and inventions, and this is just, I don't know, maybe it helps somebody get their feet in a good spot when they're squatting. So it's something we're playing around with. This is kind of the first.
Well, not to mention it's super grippy.
Yeah, it's also got some grip.
You just don't see people do the carpet on platforms anymore like we all did powerlifting back in the day.
Right.
And maybe that was more important with the gear because you had to get so stretched out and pressing out into the gear.
People get so religious with the way that they work out. And their diets and stuff too, right? But they get so religious with the way that they work out, and I'm just kind of hoping that something like this gives them an idea of like, okay, you train here all the time. Why not try wider? You know, and what is wide and what's, wide for anybody that normally trains in close would just be wider than what you normally do.
That's all it is.
Like, narrow stance would be more narrow. You don't have to go
I know, but when
heels
I bench,
touching.
right? I bench wide, and then I bench narrow a ton. Like, why wouldn't you mix it up to hit all sides of it?
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't. This thing is pretty awesome. This is our war wagon.
It's construction work.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, you just pick her up, take her for a walk. Right now it actually looks like it might tip over pretty good because it's got so much weight in the front there, but
it's
2 different spots you can load the weights.
It's construction work for the 1%.
Right.
You don't need to go have a job to do this. Maybe just catch 30 minutes of wheelbarrow pushing.
Well, all of this is artificial exercise. We don't move around anymore. You know, we don't walk anywhere. We don't do shit. We got the tank. You've seen the tank before. It's got some manual resistance on there. I'll probably use that in my workout today. Probably going to train some shoulders if you're down for some of these and some of those.
Yeah, overhead pressing. I like doing it. Oh, we're going 3.
Some of these. Is that good?
Just sit down and do all. The leg press, shoulder press. It's one of those old like equipments where like you only have to sit right here. We can hit every body part. It's essentially the equivalent of exercise to like having cymbals between your knees and the big drum and the thing playing in behind you. One-man band.
Got some deadlift platforms. You can, deadlift with some bands on there. Here's a glute ham raise. Matt, give this sucker a try. This is a
single leg curl.
This is a single leg curl.
I love these.
And this machine right here is just, I don't know why, but it's just amazing. Put your knee.
Oh, we go this way.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
I was gonna do both at once. Yep.
That would be weird. Yeah, there you go. Woohoo! Oh, your hamstrings are gonna be massive.
Thank God. It's really been the thing holding me back.
That's what people look at right away. Is
Number one, they're like, guys got nice hammers.
Sick hamstrings. These machines are really nice because you can adjust the cam on here. You can slide it around. Actually, we'll make Matt do some.
Make some super nice.
We'll make Matt do some biceps. Why not? Yes. Let's have him go do the preacher curl.
My number 1 favorite exercise.
You
know, it's never been a thing that I've been that into.
Get some like me. I don't know, middle weight in there.
90.
That sounds good.
All right.
And there we go. Smooth.
Yeah, the Prime machines are awesome.
Smooth as a cheese grater. Look at those biceps. All right, stop for a second.
No.
Now we're going to change the cam. This is just changing the angle, so now he's going to get hit with the weight at a different point.
You can actually see me getting bigger.
Oh yeah, he's getting huge. Yep. One more.
Business casual with this collared shirt on.
Here we go. Yep. Yeah, you got the polo.
Oh.
Whoa.
Hits at the front end.
Reps for Jesus. There you go.
He loves reps. That's how he got so shredded.
You feel amazing?
I do. I always feel amazing. Get a couple of just a light curl.
Feel a little younger?
Like that's perfect.
A little stronger?
Just before like I need to make a post.
Just to get the pump going?
Yeah, fake it.
We got some bags over there for punching stuff whenever you get mad. Do you mess around with any of that?
I want to.
Moving around?
I'd like to maybe start doing a little boxing stuff just because I'm acutely aware of how poorly I could defend myself if I had to.
That's pretty good.
That's what I just yell. It goes, ah!
That's perfect. And yeah, yell and scream and run the other way.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't forget
my wallet and stuff out.
Don't forget to run the other way.
That's the problem is I don't run good.
Oh.
I got to get someone part of my crew that's slower than me. It's going to be tough.
Someone to slow the whole thing down.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be the fastest person in your group if you're getting chased by a bear. You just can't be the slowest.
I can show you a little bit of boxing stuff.
Show me some boxing stuff.
Yeah.
You can do a speed bag?
I can do the speed bag,
Oh, man.
I'll start you out with the speed bag.
Okay.
I just need to put this up top so it lands on your head.
Perfect.
While you're going.
Perfect.
Nah, this thing just bounces around a lot, so it's a little better when it's like that. So the easiest thing to do on this is, people, they get excited and they want to try to hit it fast and stuff. And you have to go you got to go really, really slow. So it'll look like this, just go. And try to put your hand back in the same spot. If you kind of line your hand up with being about here is a good spot. And just chop at it. And be patient.
And you catch it on the swing back to you.
Yeah, so it's actually what it's really doing when you start to get it going like this. It's actually, it's hitting here, and then it hits here, and then it hits here, and then it hits your hand. So
three.
It takes a lot longer than you would think. But really just try to just paw at it. And just try, I know you've done like a little jujitsu and stuff, just try to relax a little bit. Just get that hand back up to where it needs to go to.
All right, first attempt.
There you go. I think maybe you're just hitting it maybe a little too hard. It can be like super light, yeah. Right. Make a little bit more of a fist so that way your fingers don't, yeah, there you go.
Nope.
The key to this speed bag is that there is no speed bag. I don't know if that helps. This is gonna come up in one of your mushroom trips.
I hope so. I'll get really good at it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you'll come out of it and be like, there you go. Let's see if that other hand works. Yeah, you got it really good. Damn, son. Floyd Mayweather.
All right, I got a thing to get better at. I can put one of these in the bracement.
Yeah, trying to get to the other hand is always a little tricky. It's fun. I mean, if you do it in between your sets, maybe we'll mess with it today when we do shoulders.
I'm into it.
Because it'll burn.
She likes doing shoulders.
It'll burn really good. She's got jacked shoulders, look at her.
Oh yeah.
So this guy is nice because
filled with water.
You just don't need to have, I mean, you can have gloves, it's always good to have gloves on, but you don't really need to wrap your wrist as much with this, as long as you're kind of hitting it kind of light. But with these guys, if you hit these and you're not wrapped, you're gonna kill your wrist, and then you can't bench press, then you're screwed.
What's even the point of coming to the gym?
That's right.
You can't bench press?
I saw you bench pressing yesterday.
Damn right I did. 405, I can go sleeveless here if I have to.
Nice.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. I haven't touched anything over like 330 since
That's awesome.
we did the
What's your best bench, like 450?
440. I did it at the ST Classic.
Damn, dude, 405?
Yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Nah, he's lying.
It's true.
2 slingshots on? Did you use the fake plates?
I did a bunch of cool grip work with those. Looks great on video.
How much do fake plates weigh?
I don't know.
A great answer.
Too much, either way.
So I'll show you just a jab and I guess like a straight right. It'll just be easier to kind of show you like with you having a target of something to punch. But just try to keep your arms as loose as you can. I'm really stiff. I boxed a long time ago, but I look like a bodybuilder trying to throw a punch nowadays. But just try to just kind of step into it a little bit and throw a punch. You always want to keep the other hand on your face. It's real basics of it. And that's it. And then you go bam, bam, and you try to get your kind of hips in there. A big thing with a lot of bigger guys, and just stay on the lighter side. Like you don't need to go jacking up your fingers or wrist or anything. But a big thing for a lot of bigger people is they tend to want to really push, which is not something you really want to do when you're trying to learn how to box. Are you stepping every jab? Yeah, it's just a good practice to try to step forward, and then with your right hand, when you throw your right, just really make sure you turn your hips a lot, like as if you were
throwing.
Yeah, as if you were throwing, as if you were swinging a baseball bat, something like that.
My only saving grace to ever being in a physical conflict with someone was, I know I can put enough force behind this shot putter that if I land it, you're in trouble.
Right.
Now, whether or not it's going to land.
Yeah, whether or not it lands or not.
We're just swinging. It's Jose Canseco. I'm swinging for the fences.
But it's that simple. I mean, Matt's an athlete, so he's able to adapt to something, and you start to put the two together, and then maybe you kind of try to work in, you know, a couple in a row. But when you do that, you just want to make sure that you're sitting down on your punches a little bit, and you're trying to turn your hips.
Yeah.
It's just another thing. It's just another form of exercise that can feel really good. And you might feel like a jackass doing it in the gym, like shadow boxing or something, but if you're training in your own garage and things like that, why not mess around with that a little bit in between some sets?
Made me feel like a jackass in my life. Would be very few things that I ever got good at.
You wouldn't, you wouldn't have an opportunity to do much,
No one's
right?
good at anything when you start doing it.
Let's show the old monoliths, huh?
Monoliths? Mm-hmm. Those have been outlawed in powerlifting for years.
Pretty much.
You have to have a combo rack, Mark. We need a device that 14 people need to load weight on and change height.
This guy knows, this guy remembers what it was like. You would not train at a powerlifting gym unless they had these.
Yeah, you wouldn't even bother going in.
And it was hard, right? It was hard to find gyms. Where were you able to go?
With Gary Frank.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, down in Louisiana.
First guy to do 26, 27, 28, and 2,900 pound total.
Louisiana Leviathan. They made the canvas suit after him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he ever lifted in it though.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was because the canvas suit by Inzer is called the Leviathan. It's named after Gary.
Oh, I didn't know
Stands up on its own.
Amazing information. So yeah, the monolift is just so you don't have to walk the weight out, and we used to cheat really bad and wear a bunch of powerlifting gear that was supportive, that allowed you to squat 100, 200, sometimes more pounds than what you're normally capable of. What was your best squat when you were doing some powerlifting?
I got 1,000 in gear.
Damn.
So
1,000-pound squat. So it gives you a lot of.
Probably 700 at the time.
It gives you a lot of support. I've seen you squat, I think 500 for 10, and that was.
Yeah, I did 515 for 11 in here. That was a PR.
Yeah.
I've got some PRs of super training, which is odd.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. That was toward the end of the throwing days. It was still chubby, but.
How does your training feel now versus like just.
So different, right? Like now, so much of the goal is to feel better. And so I really want my training, as it's always been performance-based, like I want the training to enable me to do the things outside of the gym better.
Right.
Whether that's be healthy or have more options in the toolbox of activities I can go do.
Right.
And part of that is I need to focus on strength and stretching and all these other things. And that's part of what the gym is now. Like I still want to be jacked.
Right.
And there's a certain level of strength, but if I'm going to train 4 days this week, 2 of those days' main focus will be leaving the gym feeling better than I showed up.
Right.
And then the other days, let's, hammer a body part, but I don't want to kill the system.
Right. So you intentionally will try to get like the most bang for your buck with specific exercises, specific protocols, like get into the workout, get the intensity from it, get the stuff that you need from it, and then
I still
get the hell out of there.
A main big multi-joint lift, big compound movement is my main mover. Now, whether that's going to be a Hatfield squat, a front squat, or goblet squat, whatever it is, I'm going to do that first.
Right.
And then accessories are really going to be based on how I feel.
Do you still find that you spend too much time on that main intent exercise sometimes because you love to lift heavy?
Right, of course.
And then it's like your hour's up, right? Like you spend a whole hour doing a squat.
Sometimes it's just as simple as for me to do it is I will auto-regulate by making more reps for me to do, or tempo, so that I don't get heavy.
Right.
And man, the tempo stuff gets rough.
Or what about short rest?
Yeah, I do that too.
Strength guys, we're not used to short, now we are, but we weren't used to short rest periods. Having a minute rest.
Yeah, man, it's nice having some endurance.
Right.
To just do some other things. You feel better all day, you sleep a little bit better.
Being able to breathe.
Yeah, air's relatively important.
Over here we got some bench presses, lots of bench presses. Powerlifting gym, we need kind of a bunch of them because we end up with a lot of people in here kind of bench pressing at the same time.
We'll make sure they come in.
Squat, yeah, right? That's the only time anybody does come in. I have my cart over here.
This is your little special?
My homeless shopping cart.
Oh my God, this has evolved over the years.
Yeah, so oops, there we go.
Oh, you parallel park it.
Yeah, one of my friends built it out for me. They had it built.
Backup camera.
These guys had it built on my birthday.
So rad.
Because I can't just have one wrist wrap.
Oh, that's
you know, I can't just have one pair of elbow sleeves or one pair of knee sleeves. I can't just use one belt. You know, I gotta. Oh yeah, some squat briefs. Some squat briefs. Multiple layered.
When are you really going to let everyone know that the whole start of Slingshot is to eventually get people back in geared lifting?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's it right here.
You got a fake shirt?
No, we have fake pants.
Oh, you have fake briefs? Oh man.
Yep.
Perfect. Oh man, I gotta try some.
Yeah, you do have to try some of these before you put them on over top of your pants. No, we'll put them on a little bit later, but want me to show you around the rest of the joint?
Yeah.
I'll take you into some of the warehouse and stuff like that.
Yeah, whole facility.
This is a lot of fun. Just smashing this tire, you know, with these hammers here.
Now with the
it's always
maces,
a lot of fun.
Do you do any of the mace swinging for your shoulders?
I haven't really messed with that.
I didn't know how bad that jacks up your shoulders.
If you want to show me today, that'd be great.
Weight you got there? 15? Okay.
You probably need something almost heavier, probably,
yeah,
right?
so like this, just being able to dip behind or.
That would probably be fucking really hard for me to do.
And so it's basically like you let it fall.
Yeah, a little bit like Duffin's thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then you pull it down to get it back to here. And then, I mean, there's a bunch of weird variations you can do with.
Yeah, when I went to ONNIT, they showed us a lot of different movements and stuff.
There's guys.
Yeah, the different squats and stuff. I'll just do it just so I look weird.
Perfect. Yes, basically it just falls back behind you and then you pull it back around. I don't know the principle of teaching how to do it very well.
Oh. You just use it as a back scratcher?
Basically.
Am I going?
So start here.
Oh.
Yep, and then push it back behind you and it's gonna fall to one side. So the movement's gonna go behind you.
Yep.
And then you'll pull your hands down. So
let me see you do it again.
Here. So there's a natural like pivot point in it.
You would think it's natural. It doesn't seem natural to me.
Your hands will go to the side of your face this way. And then it falls. So I mean, you can start by just getting this, the pendulum, and then snapping it back to in front.
I think if I just make that noise and it sounds like I'm understanding, but I'm still really not getting it.
We'll just deep fake Mark's face on mine.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so once you can kind of just get it swinging back behind you left to right. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so just let it hang here, get a little loose, and then just work on rocking it back and forth. So you're working with it instead of fighting it.
I'm fighting it.
Yes.
Whoa. That feels crazy.
Yeah, it's one of those weird.
I don't think my shoulders are even really strong enough.
It's hard to unget.
Yeah, that's too weird. I'll have to practice that.
Next time, expect.
Yeah, next week. Go through here, show you a little bit of the warehouse.
You just see through the red curtain? This is never before seen.
Yep. We got some
collecting cardboard, as I see.
Got some underage kids working back here.
Perfect. Mark Bell's sweatshop.
Yep.
Hey, you run a cardboard business?
Yeah, we sell a lot of cardboard.
Jesus.
We got knee sleeves, we got elbow sleeves, we got wrist wraps, we got you name it, you know, anything to
slingshots.
Yeah, slingshots, anything to help you through your workout, basically.
So, tren.
Yeah, we sell tons of tren.
By the gallon.
We got our hip circles, slingshots, just anything to protect you in a workout. You know, originally creating the slingshot, I wanted to try to create a business around it rather than just having a product. And so, yeah, just kept.
Seems to have worked.
Yeah, it worked. It worked out pretty good. I mean, the main thing right off the bat was with the slingshot, because you handle more weight in the bench press, it was just kind of a no-brainer to make a wrist wrap.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well,
especially once you found a material that stretched well and felt good against the skin, like.
Right. And then a wrist wrap is basically a knee wrap. Might as well make a couple knee wraps and so on, you know.
It's true.
Show you around a little bit more. And this that we're working on in here, a lot of boxes in here still.
It's just a single weird deadlift platform by yourself?
Yeah, right underneath. This is for any time anybody wants to come in and do
just
1,000.
Great lighting?
It's for the 1,000-pound deadlifts.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, there's been a couple now.
Yeah, see, that's where they've all been there.
Jamal can take the record.
Oh yeah, I know. I think he could.
That's crazy.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
Unbelievably strong.
So yeah, what we're going to set up in here at some point, we're working on a studio. So we put an order in already for some cameras and some lights and so forth. The goal and the idea is just to shoot stuff, record stuff live a little bit more like what we do for our podcast.
Yeah.
So that way it's pretty much done. Our team doesn't have to do as much with it, but if I have somebody like you coming in and I'm like, all right, it would be great if Matt showed these 3 things.
Right.
You know? Then we can record it right here. It's not like we can't record it over there.
No, but there's a difference in that threshold of like, well, I got to get the team and then we've got to set up cameras and do all this, when on the fly it's like, well, we have the studio ready to go.
Right.
You just go.
Exactly. And some of it will be, you know, some just flat out lifting here. We were thinking about having almost like a little kitchen type of thing set up where I could show some cooking type things. And then the other side would be like a chalkboard, X's and O's, somebody talking about programming or
a weird copy of your living room.
That would be awesome. Really with me sitting in it. And then I'll wear the same shirt.
A part of your house?
Inside. Let's go through here. This is a space that we acquired kind of more recently. Is this side here?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so this is
more offices.
Do some photography over here. And then we're gonna actually set up the podcast studio out here. Need a room that's like a little bit more square rather than like rectangle. So we have a whole studio thing that we're working on. It's gonna take a while probably, but.
Be cool though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
You get the wild hair and find another big building.
Here's Mind Bullet HQ.
All right.
Mind Bullet World Headquarters.
Gotta start. I mean, what, Slingshot was in your garage when I first started coming up. You and Andy were slinging it out of the old house.
100%.
Yeah.
I know. I was telling these guys when we did a 10th anniversary thing. I was saying that you were one of the first ones to do. Actually, you were the first one to do an interview with both of us.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
Look at these guys.
Oh, nice. Look at this editing base.
Pretend you're working. Pretend you're working.
This is where the magic happens.
That's right. Wait, what? What kind of magic?
You need a black leather couch. Yeah.
Oh. I think, well, we have one.
We know. Yeah, perfect.
It's media squad there. We got a bunch of people that work for us full time via
How many people you have now?
media.
Hope you can give me that number.
Probably have about, I think Andrew's in here. This is a podcast room.
No, this is
Andrew.
One day.
I apologize.
Well, actually, one day will be tomorrow when you get to be on the podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think VINCENT has like the world record.
Number of episodes? It's got to be
so.
me or Burdick at this point.
Will she be on it too?
Yeah.
Can she come?
She's in.
Can she play? Okay, good.
We got to get.
Because I don't want to. I mean, honestly, I don't want to talk to you.
Let's be. The thumbnail for the podcast is going to do better with her in it.
That's true.
We'll mainly focus on.
There's the naked butt picture that we could use.
There's that.
World champion? Question
Yes,
mark?
question mark as always. Damn it.
Wait, turn on the little duty though.
Oh. Matt, look. Look how fancy.
Yeah, look.
What? Come on.
Oh.
That's pretty sick.
Whose idea was that?
Oh.
Rushing it, Jay.
Somebody's getting a raise.
It was a secret. We bought it secretly so it's a surprise and secret.
Oh man. Then
This
you had
is
to
where-
wire it.
Yeah, but
Hello.
Yeah, of course.
This is where we
Put a
make some.
flashlight behind it, and you're like, it's fine.
This is where we make some shirts.
You
We don't
print
make.
shirts here.
We don't make all of them here, but we print a
Oh
lot
my
of them here.
gosh.
We have this
Integration.
machinery over here.
It's in a cleaning cycle right now, so it's
So it's digital print.
direct to garment.
Yeah, right on.
No. That's false. This actually makes shirts. It makes them from nothing.
This
It's really
is the future
amazing.
of textiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fickle. So
Come
it's
on.
the future of textiles.
It doesn't even need cotton. It just makes shirts.
It's a 3D printer of anything you'd ever want.
Anything that you can think of.
I heard that's where you got your car.
See? That's where I got the Tesla.
Yeah, you just put the email in and it starts printing. the
War on
parts.
carb shirt.
we made that.
You printed those here?
April did.
The
Yeah,
Angry
3X.
Donut.
That's who needs the shirt.
I know. Right. That's the only size we make.
They come in 4. We're good.
Yeah.
I remember years ago, when Windler started doing shirts, he just said, on his
Oh yeah, he didn't want-
XL, and it said either gain or lose weight.
That's great. Oh, old bench shirt, framed.
Yeah, oh man.
How bad would that smell, opening up that frame?
What you need to add to it is a little hammer and a sticker that says "in case of emergency." Break
Oh
glass.
yeah, that's a great idea.
Need it. So,
Oh, there's a leather couch you were talking about.
perfect. So, of all the Mark Bells that you've been, from very fat,
That's actually quite rude.
330 is heavier than I ever was, so very fat. I got 318.
Quitter.
Those two together would have been a great
Quit
pair.
once, you're a quitter for life.
What's your favorite version that Mark Bell has been?
I love where I'm at right now. You know, everything's just, in a lot of ways, I feel like I'm done with a lot of stuff.
Sure.
Like I feel like or at least I'm done with, I don't feel like I need to like prove myself any further.
Right.
It's always a constant quest to prove yourself to yourself is, you know, something I'm always working on. I'm always trying to be, why wouldn't you work on trying to be a little bit better so you can solve problems for yourself easier, things like that. But yeah, I'm really comfortable with the way things are now, feel really good. I have a lot of time, which is huge because I can, if I need to spend time with myself, I can. If I need to spend time with my wife, I can. If I need to spend time with people here or with my kids, then I can do that. So
That's great.
yeah, now times.
Yeah.
Starting the business was the hardest part because my kids were really young, you know, and it was like,
Well, it's a sink or swim moment too.
yeah, it just felt very much like I was in the experience and couldn't get out of it enough to see or know what was going on, you know. So I was more reactionary.
I mean, do you think the hindsight of everything that you have now you'd have done different, even though it got you here?
I don't think I would have really done much differently. I just think that it would have maybe felt better to have a little bit more peace of mind, you know, kind of going through it. And somebody could have told me, hey, it's going to be okay, but like you don't.
Well, you don't know that it's going to work.
Yeah.
Not only that, like you've had countless number of people say this isn't a good idea. Meanwhile, it's going to be fine.
Right.
Right? You're fulfilling a need people have, and you're doing it in the right way, and you're providing a ton of free content.
Right.
To back the products that you believe in, you've created. And you know, I think it's that bit of hindsight is tough, right? Because like I wish I could tell him to calm down a little bit, that this is going to work out.
Right.
Maybe calm down you doesn't get here.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't work.
Yeah, so I mean, appreciate the times you had when you had them, you know?
Yeah, and the errors, you know, the errors are important. You know, messing up,
have to
even mistreating people. Like as much as that sucks, it's necessary. Otherwise, I mean, you know better.
Yep.
You know not to be like rude to somebody. You know not to be short with people. You know not to be mad or reactionary or overly one way. Or you know all these things, but you need to like kind of go through them, and then even beyond going through them, I think you need to like apologize for them, and I think that helps you grow a ton. When you just go to someone and say, "Hey, I'm."
issue with saying sorry.
Oh, I know.
Like
Yeah,
if you're not willing to be able to say that you're sorry, it's really hard to be able to grow.
Right.
Because you have to admit that there was something that needs to be changed. Like I did a thing
Yeah.
wrong.
Well, you're trying to move forward, but that thing is still. It's still there.
Yep.
It's not. It didn't go away.
No.
Whatever it was, whatever damage that you did, it's still sitting there and festering.
Yeah.
And you just never addressed it.
No, it's got to get sorted, and
Yeah.
otherwise it's an anchor. And you'll just keep dragging it around. That's it. That's Slingshot World
That's
Headquarters.
Super Training Gym and Slingshot World Headquarters.
I love it. Spread hate, always party.